What a jingle. Gets better every week.
Hello, and welcome back to Podmas. Is
Hello.
this episode 2? I don't know.
Yeah, it's episode 2.
Yeah, this will be episode 2.
Okay, I'm joined by Tim and Joey, as always, and in this episode, like last year, had a lot of fun with it. We're going to do the Hunger Games.
We're going to kill off some of our guests.
Wow.
Yeah, but we've had a lot more guests since then.
I swear to God, if lovely Dan dies, I'll be really upset.
I'll be inconsolable.
Well, we'll see. So we got 12 districts up for the Hunger Games, and I'd like to go ahead and read off our teams.
Before you do that, it might be worth running through what the Hunger Games is for anyone who's unfamiliar.
It's a battle royale. If you die, you're dead, and winner wins. Okay, anyways. So...
I mean, that's
I'm
a
sure
summary
by
of it,
now-
sure, yeah.
Short,
I'm
sharp,
sure-
and to the point. Like
I'm
Slade
sure
in
everybody
red.
by now knows. All right. So, in District 1, we have Joey and Josh Scar from Talking Smack.
Of the District 1.
Because, yeah, so I figured if I didn't put them together, Joey would be very sad, and we'd have to listen to him cry for a bit.
Between
District 2 is
guys.
myself and the Northern Boy
Very good.
together.
Okay.
District 3, we have Tim and Andrew Bowen.
Oh, I got
Together.
Johnny Cage. Let's go.
That's
You do.
a-
Well,
that's
just
a big
the voice.
advantage.
But
Just the
I'll still
voice.
take
It's not.
it.
It's the sentient voice.
Now, from here, because we've had a lot of other podcasts on, right? District 4 is composed of 1 Hour, 1 Decision, and the guys that play along podcast.
Are
District
you looking
5.
forward to tagging all of these people when this episode comes out?
Oh, it's going to be great. District 5 is going to be Fuck My Work Life and Casting Views.
Very
Good pair.
good team. Well, there's 3 of them, though. Are you not going to specify, or is it just the whole pod?
Or the whole
Podcast as a
pod.
whole,
The whole
as a
pod.
Okay.
Yeah, podcast as a whole. District 6 is Tales from the Backlog and Pixel Project Radio.
Mm-hmm.
District
Nice.
7 is Gaming Together with The Movie Wire Show.
Very nice.
District 8, we have Between Two Gamers and Offshore Gamescast, or Gamecast, I think it is.
There's a lot of video game experience in that one.
There is. District 9 is A Novel Console and Games with John and James, and I'd like to reiterate that John is spelled with 3 H's.
He sounded so fed up in that episode where you suggested his name had an H in it.
I said it had 2 H's, and he got really annoyed, so I told him every time I mention his name, it's
It's
going to have
Mark
more
with a J.
H's. So now it's got 5 H's in it.
Mm.
District 10 is Friday Night Gamecast with Decaying with the Boys.
Very good.
District 11 is a little weird. It is the
No
rest
offense
of Talking...
to the people in there.
Well, it's the rest of Talking Smack. Josh has
Okay.
defected to be with Joey.
Rightly so.
Ted Lasso
And
team.
yeah,
Team
and
Lasso.
Chat Tsunami.
Okay.
Oh, that's a pretty formidable team.
And finally, District 12 is Nerdstalgic with the Gaming and Collecting Pod.
They're all very solid.
It's a very
teams.
stacked
I
teams.
quite like the pairings as well.
Mm.
Tim, who's your early money on?
Well, obviously me and Johnny fucking Cage.
No, I think you'll die in round 1.
He'll fatality me.
No, okay, actually, rather than doing who's your money on, which one of us 3 is going to die first?
Oh, me.
Okay,
I think
it
you
was
said
me
that last time, and
You pair survived till the very end, where I think one of you killed the
I
other to
won.
win it.
I think Tim killed me is what happened, and this
Yeah.
was after our Metal Gear episode. So
God, it was
rather fitting.
cathartic.
All right, so let's proceed with our districts. All right, and the first thing to go was the Game Club Pod's recording.
Womp, womp, womp.
Womp womp.
All right, so on the first day, Chat Tsunami grabs a shovel. The Northern Boy gets a jar of fishing bait, while Friday Night Gamescast gets the fishing gear. Nerdstalgic grabs a backpack and retreats. Gaming
Smart
Together
move.
runs into the cornucopia and hides. Pixel Project Radio grabs a backpack and retreats. The Movie Wire Show snatches a pair of size. Talking Smack runs away from the cornucopia. Fuck My Work Life grabs a backpack, not realizing that it's empty.
Oh no.
Andrew Bowen runs away from the cornucopia. Tales from the Backlog runs away from the cornucopia. Gaming and Collecting grabs a shield. leaning on the cornucopia.
Smart.
Okay, offshore Gamecast runs away from the cornucopia. Did I do it again? How did I fuck this up twice? All right, whatever. Offshore 1 hour, one decision. Fight for a bag, but they give up and retreat. Tim retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia.
Fucking trident.
Let's go. I got Poseidon powers.
Games with John and James runs away from the cornucopia. Between two gamers stays at the cornucopia for resources. Play Along Pod runs away from the cornucopia. I run away from the cornucopia. Casting Views runs away from the cornucopia. Decaying with the Boys also runs away, and a novel console also runs away.
Is a cornucopia the thing that's in the movie? Because I've looked at what a cornucopia is, and apparently it's a curved, hollowed goat's horn.
Yeah,
I think it's the thing in the movie that's got all the... Yeah.
Right, okay, so just for the purpose of that, got it, okay.
Can I just check, were me and Josh mentioned in that at all?
Yes.
Should have. Yeah.
I
Josh
missed
was,
us.
for sure.
No, Talking Smack were, they're a different team.
You should have been.
Oh well, don't worry, let's move on.
Okay.
As long as we're not dead, I'm alright.
Well, I don't think you're dead yet, so that was the beginning of it. Now we're on day 1.
Wow.
Alrighty, so Offshore Gamecast receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor.
Ooh.
Play Along Podcast makes a slingshot.
Smart.
Tales from the Backlog overhears chat tsunamis and casting views talking in the distance.
Like, on the podcast?
Guys, now is not the time to be recording.
Alright. Who brought a microphone with them? Joey
Everyone
overhears the Northern Boy and Talking Smack talking in the distance. Gaming Together practices his archery. Friday Night Gamecast receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. I don't know if I would trust them with that. Gaming and Collecting sees smoke rising in the distance but decides to not investigate. Movie Wire Show discovers a cave. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of deaths here really quick. You ready?
I
Slade.
feel like this starts off, it takes a while to get into it. Then everyone dies really quickly, and then it goes really slowly again. So cherish this while you can, Tim.
Slade, Tim, and a novel console get into a fight.
Surely I win, I have a
Tim
trident.
has a fucking trident.
Slade triumphantly kills them both.
What?
Sorry, you won last time, Tim. Slaughtered first.
How do I lose? I have a trident. You have, like, bait or something.
Oh, I didn't have anything. I ran away. I beat you to death with my fists. It's over where you put
Stole
Persona
the trident.
in the list.
That's a callback to first Podmas, everyone.
Yes.
Go listen to it again.
Josh, Games with John and James, Nerdstalgic, 1 Hour, One Decision, and Pixel Project Radio hunt each other for tributes. Andrew Bowen collects fruit from a tree. Decaying with the Boys receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Fuck My Work Life also discovers a cave. Between Two Gamers receives clean water from an unknown sponsor.
Invaluable.
Is that the end of day 1?
Yes, end of day 1, 2 cannon shots can be heard. For Tim and a novel console.
Sorry, novel console.
Night 1. Games with John and James cooks food before putting out the fire. Andrew Bowen, The Movie Wire, and Gaming Together sleep in shifts.
Oh, they're all working
Why
together
are they
now.
teamed up?
I don't know.
Because of Andrew Bowen's sweet supply of fruit from the tree.
Pixel Project Radio screams for help.
From what?
I don't know. Between Two Gamers cooks food before putting their fire out. Josh destroys Decaying with the Boys' supplies while they're asleep.
Come on, Josh.
Nerdstalgic passes out from exhaustion. The Northern Boy goes to sleep. Play Along Pod screams for help. Tales from the Backlog is awoken by nightmares. Friday Night Gamecast cooks food before putting the fire out. Chat Tsunami thinks about winning. Casting Views looks at the night sky. Gaming and Collecting attempts to climb a tree but falls on Fuck My Work Life, killing them both. Joey and Slade tell stories about themselves to each other. Offshore Gamecast convinces Talking Smack to snuggle.
Aww.
1 hour, one decision, thinks about going home.
Gotta do some killing first. 1 hour decision.
Yes. So we are on day 2 now. We're after night 1 and on to day 2. Nerd
Should there not be 2 more cannonballs?
There should, but it didn't give me the thing for it. It'll probably be at the end of this. I'll let you know.
We'll remember
Nerdstalgic chases Josh.
That.
Oh my
Be careful,
goodness.
Josh.
Oh my goodness gracious. Friday Night Games cast, casting views. Joey and Andrew Bowen form a suicide pact, killing themselves.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
Offshore Games cast picks flowers.
Wow.
For the suicide pact, I'm assuming.
I lasted a day longer than I did last time.
Yep. Games
Lasted
of
a
John
day
and
longer than
James.
Tim.
That's true. Games of John and James and Talking Smack work together for today. 1 hour, one decision, gaming together, and between 2 gamers. Hunt for other tributes. The Gang with the Boys explores the area. The Movie Wires show practices archery. Chat Tsunami travels to higher ground. Play Along Pod is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Tales from the Backlog, Pixel Project Radio, and the Northern Boy hunt for other tributes. Slade cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide.
That's after you heard I left, isn't it?
Yep. After us telling stories together and I heard about what you did. Alright.
It's because I didn't invite you into the pact.
I need
Please
7
include me.
I need 7 cannon shots.
7. Pretty sure it was 8, but okay.
One for good luck.
gaming and collecting, Fuck My Work Life. Friday Night Games cast, casting views. Joey, Andrew Bowen, and Slade.
That's all of us dead.
Yep.
Within 24
We're on night
hours.
2. We're only on night 2.
Do you want a car horn again?
No. Nerdstalgic cooks food before putting the fire out. 1 hour, one decision. Dies trying to escape the arena. Pixel Project Radio cooks food before putting the fire out. The King with the Boys, Games of John and James. Josh and Play Along Pod tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Offshore Gamescast and Between 2 Gamers huddle for warmth. The Movie Wire cries himself to sleep. Gaming together passes out from exhaustion. Chat Tsunami attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. The Northern Boy convinces Talking Smack to snuggle. And Tales from the
Talking
Backlog.
Smack is getting a lot of snuggles.
Yeah, they are. And Tales from the Backlog receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. We are on day 3 now. Games of John and James collects fruit from a tree. Tales from the Backlog strangles gaming together with a rope.
Jesus Christ.
It doesn't say that they're dead. It just says they got strangled, I want to point out. Alrighty then. Offshore Games cast collects fruit from a tree. Talking Smack and the Northern Boy hunt for other tributes. Chat Tsunami and Play Along Pod hunt for other tributes. Pixel Project Radio tries to spear a fish with a trident. Josh
That's
hunts
your
for other...
trident, Tim.
I know, I'm pissed.
Probably is.
So you're dead.
Sorry, you're right.
He's just mad in spirit.
Yeah.
Josh hunts for other tributes. Nerdstalgic makes a wooden spear. The Movie Wire camouflages themselves in the bushes. The Gang with the Boys hunts for other tributes. Between 2 Gamers travels to higher ground.
I feel like this is nailing what the Movie Wire would do, because it's all like Predator and classic films, smart things, finding caves, camouflage. It knows the Movie Wire.
Yeah. Justin's going to have to let us know if this is a movie worth making. I need 2 cannon shots, please.
There they are.
That is for 1 hour, one decision, and gaming together.
Do you want another sad trombone?
Now, night 3. Decaying with the boys destroys Josh's supplies while he's asleep. I think that's what Josh did on night 1 to them, so this is kind of like a payback. Play Along Pod begs for Games with John and James to kill themselves. She refuses, keeping Play Along Pod alive.
Talking quite full on.
Yeah. Talking Smack tends to Tales from the Backlog's wounds. Offshore Gamecast and Nostalgic sleep in shifts. Chat Tsunami Pixel Project Radio and the Movie Wire Show sleep in shifts. Between Two Gamers screams for help. The Northern Boy looks at the night sky. Day 4. Nostalgic explores the area. Games with John and James attacks the Northern Boy, but Offshore Gamecast protects him, killing Games with John and James.
How many H's is in that?
6,
12.
7 at this point.
Yeah. Pixel Project Radio camouflages themselves in the bushes. Between Two Gamers receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. The Movie Wire Show thinks about home. Josh begs for Talking Smack to kill them. But Talking Smack refuses, keeping Josh Scar alive.
They need him for that podcast value.
Tales from the Backlog. Yeah, he's got the login. So, Tales from the Backlog makes a wooden spear. Chat Tsunami tries to spear a fish with a trident. And Decaying with the Boys steals from Play Along Pod while they aren't looking. I need 1 cannon shot, please.
Just one.
That is for Games with John and James, who's up to 13 H's in John's name now.
Pull one out for the boys.
Alrighty, Offshore Gamecast receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. The Movie Wire quietly hums.
Does that mean like humming, like or stings?
I think like
Okay, good.
Tales from the Backlog and the Northern Boy fight Play Along Pod and Pixel Project Radio. Play Along Pod and Pixel Project Radio survive.
Whoa.
Talking Smack tends to Chat Tsunami's wounds. The Game with the Boys and Josh hold hands.
As they would do.
Between Two Gamers convinces Nostalgic to cuddle with them. There's a lot of cuddling in this one. I don't know if y'all have noticed.
It's because all of these podcasts are lovely people.
Winter and it's cold.
That's true. All right, we're on to day 5 now. Nostalgic chases Talking Smack. The Gang with the Boys searches for a water source. The Movie Wire Show overhears Play Along Pod and Josh talking in the distance. Pixel Project Radio searches for a water source. Between Two Gamers begs Offshore Gamecast to kill them, but they refuse, keeping Between Two Gamers alive. Chat Tsunami also receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. I need 2 cannon shots, please.
No problemo.
That's for the Tales from the Backlog and the Northern Boy. We shall proceed.
The Northern Boy.
All right, so night 5. Josh, Between Two Gamers, and Pixel Project Radio cheerfully sing songs together. Chat Tsunami climbs.
Happy about my death.
Probably.
I'm gonna have words.
Chat Tsunami climbs a tree to rest. Offshore Gamecast tends to Play Along Pod's wounds. Decaying with the Boys attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Movie Wire Show receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Talking Smack tends to Nostalgic's wounds. Play Along Pod injures themselves. Doesn't say how. I don't know. Tripped on a rock. Movie Wire Show and Josh hunt for other tributes. Offshore Gamecast practices their archery. Nostalgic discovers a cave. Chat Tsunami and Decaying with the Boys split up to search for resources. Between Two Gamers practice their archery. Pixel Project Radio begs Talking Smack to kill them. They reluctantly oblige, killing Pixel Project Radio.
Oh.
I need one cannon shot, please. It's for Pixel Project Radio. Alrighty, Night 6. Offshore Gamecast, Nerdstalgic, and Chat Tsunami sleep in shifts. Between two gamers, stay awake all night. Talking Smack tends to their wounds. Play Along Pod is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Josh and Decaying with the Boys tell the stories about themselves to each other. And Movie Wire Show sees a fire but stays hidden.
Josh and Decaying with the Boys have come a long way from smashing up each other's stuff.
I think they finally got some mutual ground, maybe.
Nice.
All right, we're at the feast bit. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs of the tribute's families. Nerdstalgic does not go to the feast. Play Along Pod does go. Chat Tsunami does not. Talking Smack does not. Josh does not. Between two gamers go. And the Movie Wire dies from an infection. And Decaying with the Boys shoots a poisonous blow dart into Offshore Gamecast's neck, slowly killing them.
Oh dear.
Well then.
Yep. Decaying with the Boys defeat Nerdstalgic in a fight, but spares their life.
Oh, that's good of him. Luke will be pleased.
Yep. Josh is unable to convince Chat Tsunami to not kill him.
Oh no.
Josh
Play Along Pod unknowingly eats toxic berries. Between two gamers runs away from Talking Smack. I need 4 cannon shots, please.
If one of these is for Josh, I'm leaving the call.
For the Movie Wire Show, Offshore Gamecast, Josh, and Play Along Pod.
That's massive sad.
Night 7. Talking Smack begs for Nerdstalgic to kill them. He refuses. Talking Smack is still alive. Chat Tsunami thinks about winning. Between two gamers kills Decaying with the Boys while they're sleeping. Okay. Are we ready? It's day 8. This is going to be it.
Alright. Is this going to be
Nerds?
the last of it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nerdstalgic sets off an explosive, killing
Wow.
Chat Tsunami, Between Two Gamers, and Talking Smack.
That's a big hit.
Joey, I need 4 cannon shots, please.
Joey.
Joey.
There we go.
2. Thank you. That is for Decaying with the Boys, Chat Tsunami, Between Two Gamers, and Talking Smack. The winner is Nerdstalgic from District 12.
Congratulations, Luke.
Good job,
Truly
Luke.
a deserved winner. Although Josh is always the winner in my heart.
Yep. So,
Well,
that was the Hunger
That's
Games.
the Hunger Games, everyone.
Tim, you got 24th place, and Luke got
A
first.
far cry from last year.
Yeah,
yeah, if we bring it back next year, my money's on Luke to go first.
yeah. Also, these podcast names you've been hearing me say over and over again, they've been guests of ours, but you should also go listen to their shows. They're lovely people.
Yeah.
Do you want to give a really quick rundown again, Slade, of all of those pods that people should go and listen to?
I absolutely can. I will do it in their place order.
Go on, then.
You have
Good
the
call.
Nerdstalgic, Talking Smack, Between Two Gamers, Chat Tsunami, Decaying with the Boys, Play Along Podcast, Offshore Gamescast, The Movie Wire Show, Pixel Project Radio, Tales from the Backlog, Games with John and James, Gaming Together, 1 Hour, 1 Decision, Andrew Bowen, who doesn't have a podcast, but he's a voice actor, lovely guy, Casting Views, Friday Night Gamescast, Fuck My Work Life, Gaming and Collecting, last but not least, a novel console.
Well, thank you to all of them for being part of our blood sport. Merry Christmas, all of you fuckers. Anything else you guys want to say before we hear that Podmas jingle?
Take that, you bastards.
Wow.
Well done, well done. Tim?
That was about it, really. Slade took my thunder.
Well, there you go. Tim, you can say it as well.
Take that, you bastards.
Merry Podmas, everyone.